All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We've got some people that have joined us online, and then we got a room full behind us for today's cooking demonstration for our coffee talk this morning. So what's exciting about this, Ellen here, she was given no time to prepare a recipe for us today, just like as if somebody was going to stop by your house all of a sudden and you needed to come up with a meal for them. So we kind of threw her on the spot, and we're going to see what she comes up with. And it's going to be exciting. So I'm going to turn the camera on to Ellen, and we'll see what she comes up with. All right, Ellen.
Okay. Well, can you believe they did that to me this morning?
All I see is me.
Has that ever happened where all of a sudden you get a phone call and someone says, oh, I'm going to stop by, you know, like they're stopping by around 11:30. So you're thinking, well, are they coming for lunch? Are they going to, do I need to fix something? What am I going to do? Literally, this did happen this morning. So I kind of looked in the cupboard, see what we had. I went out to the garden. You know, we have some strawberries growing out there. So I got some strawberries. I picked some of our lovely fresh basil. And so what I came up with, just looking at what I had in the fridge and in the cupboard here, was a salad. And it really ties in well with our healthy eating program. Okay, so we've got some romaine lettuce here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Some romaine lettuce that they gave us. So think about that plate that we want to make, you know, with our meal, and how we make like half of the plate fruits and vegetables, a quarter of the plate protein, and then a quarter of the plate some kind of starch, perhaps. So that's kind of what I'm going with this. So we have some romaine here that I've washed and rinsed, and we're going to add some red onion for good flavor. Okay, and we are going to use our strawberries from the garden. And we have some chicken here for protein, as well as some feta cheese for some protein as well. We don't want to use too much of the feta, just enough for a nice flavor. That way, we're not using too much of something that has a fair amount of sodium in it. So if you look at the labels, you know, it's always a good thing to look at labels. For a quarter cup of the feta cheese, it has 330 milligrams of sodium. That's kind of a fair amount. That's like 14% of your daily needs. So this would be something that you'd want to kind of be mindful of and use sparingly. Okay, so that's why we're only using a little bit of that. Okay, so we have our lettuce here that I kind of drained. And what I want to do now is chop a little bit of this onion. First, purple onion or red onion gives it some nice flavor and color. You all use onions at home? Yeah, for cooking. You like them raw or cooked? Either way. Either way. Either way. Okay, they do add a lot of nice flavor. We just kind of get beyond the core there. Get some nice slices.
What are we making? A salad?
We're making a salad.
Okay.
Yes. For Evelyn, you, and I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
James.
James, that's right. This is kind of a continuation of our healthy eating.
Okay.
And actually, they kind of threw me under the bus this morning. They did. All of a sudden, they said, oh, we need you to cook. So they gave me these ingredients. I added a few things to it from our garden, and so came up with something that I hope will be enjoyable. Okay.
Yeah, we had a rest this morning. I had a big stock. I got a puppy. I had to get him out to go to the bathroom and that stuff. So it kind of held me back a little bit. Man.
No problem. No problem. So do you like big chunks of onion or smaller chunks of onion? Smaller. Yeah.
Miss Barbara looks like she said big chunks of
Big
onion.
chunks. Okay, well, I can leave a few big chunks for Barbara.
I can take them either way.
Okay. All right. So we will chop some of this up. Okay. This is You can tell it's gonna be a really simple, very quick meal. Okay, we've already had the chicken cooked, so we don't have to do that. All right, so
Was the chicken baked or grilled?
it was grilled, which is the best way to do it. Okay,
I like grilled chicken.
you do?
Well,
Yes, that's so healthy for us
yeah,
too. You know, you're not adding a lot of
and that's
extra.
all free.
Mhm. So we're just gonna tear up our romaine here. And of course, we're looking at, you know, any type of green this could be. And of course, the greener, the better, the more nutrition in it. So you could use spinach. I like arugula. We use that sometimes. It's got a little bit more of a spicy taste to it. Even things like mustard greens are good for salads. Now, some things are a little bit more crisp and firm, like sometimes kale can be, unless you get like the baby kale. And with kale, it's great in salads. And of course, we know kale is one of those superfoods. But if you, this is going to sound really weird, I know, but if you kind of massage it, that softens it. So it's, I know it sounds strange, but it really does. And it makes it more tender for eating fresh. Get a few more leaves in here. Right. Oh, I might as well just add it all in. So when you have that surprise guest coming in, you know, it's always good to have a few staples on hand, things that you can kind of throw together for a quick meal. Has that ever happened to any of you where you're surprised with needing to come up with a meal very quickly? Does that happen? What kinds of things have you come up with? Have you made?
I always have stuff for spaghetti.
Spaghetti, okay, and that cooks
Plenty of
quickly.
sauces, yeah.
Right.
Miss Barbara agrees.
Oh, real good. Sausage.
Yes.
Cause you can use shrimp in the spaghetti sauce, you can use ground beef, you can use ground turkey.
You know,
You
Right.
can, you know, so I make seafood spaghetti sometimes.
Right.
Clams in it with shrimp. and
Oh,
sauce
nice.
and
we cook like we cook.
Yeah. So you can, or
Hello, what is
sausage,
that?
you can use sausage.
This is basil from our garden outside, so we took some of that, and it smells so good.
Yes, I love basil.
You can pass some of this around so you can get a scent of it. Don't forget, we do have all those herbs in the garden, okay, for your use.
Or you trash.
Okay, I love to put herbs in my green salad. I just think it really picks up a lot of flavor, imparts a lot of flavor. You can chop them up fine if you want to, which, you know, people might want to do. I like the intense flavor of the whole leaf, so, you know, whatever your preference is on that. And again, you know, being a deep vegetable or a deep color, it has a lot of good nutrition. Okay, so we have that in there. Now we have our strawberries from the garden, and they have really worked well this year. They're not very big, but they are so sweet. And I think you'll find that in the salad, that they really are a great compliment. I'm just gonna try to take off the stems here on these, and add those in. You could add other vegetable or other fruits in here if you wanted, either fresh or dried or even canned. You know, if you had something, again, if you're trying to throw something together and just looking at what you have on hand, you could certainly do that. Dried cranberries are always good in something like this, dried apricots, even, you know, sliced apple. What other meals have you come up with that you've kind of fixed on the run very quickly? Any other? I bet Miss Barbara has some.
Which one, breakfast wise,
I'm sorry,
breakfast,
breakfast?
I do pancakes and bananas and strawberries,
Okay.
sausage, eggs and grits, bacon,
Mhm.
toast,
Great breakfast.
with grape jelly.
You hear now? Yeah, I can hear.
Mix that together. And then we're gonna cut up our chicken here. If you wanted another kind of protein, you could even do some canned tuna on here. You have a can of tuna at home or canned salmon.
Yeah, the cream of that.
Or even beans. Beans are
Yeah.
great. Did anyone put beans, like canned
Lima
beans in there?
beans, pinto,
Black beans.
Yes,
Black
Black beans.
yes, in your salads?
Kidney
Black
beans,
Yes,
kidney beans.
pork beans, kidney beans, yeah.
exactly. Very tasty. And again, with that type of protein, it's very lean, low fat and good fiber.
I like the baby lima beans.
Mhm. And then we'll do this one.
I do baked fish too, like spots and Virginia mothers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do that too.
Mhm.
Sometimes flounders and
All right. I'm gonna add that in for our protein. Then we'll add our feta cheese. And again, we're going to use it sparingly. Oh. Now, you know how this morning's been for me, okay? So that was not my intent. But it has been a surprise of a morning. Okay, you just go with it, right? Just go with the flow. So that's a little bit more than what I had planned, okay?
you're good.
But it will
Don't
be,
look
it
like
will
you
be
used much
fun.
out of that container.
Okay, all right. Now, typically, I would have made my own balsamic or some type of dressing for the salad, but I was not given those ingredients this morning. Thank you, Miss Rachel. But I was given a balsamic vinaigrette, which actually, with all of these ingredients, they must have known would be perfect. So we're gonna add just a little bit of that. I don't like to add very much salad dressing to begin with. Just because
What's that dressing? You got Thousand Island?
it's called balsamic vinaigrette.
Oh, okay.
So it's made with balsamic vinegar and oil and has some seasonings in it.
I like bacon ranch.
So I'm just gonna toss it a little bit here. All right. You see all that nice color in there. We have the purple of the onion, the red of the strawberries, and of course the green of the romaine and the basil.
I smell the way over here.
So very nice. Okay, and that really went together, in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so very simple and just knowing, you know, what you need to do as far as trying to make sure you're making that plate that has, you know, at least some vegetables on it. You can always save your fruit for dessert. And then you're gonna have some protein. We should be eating protein with every meal. Basically, everyone should, but as we get older, we definitely need more protein. And then, of course, then we're always looking for a carbohydrate of some kind, like maybe a whole grain. So I was not given that here today, but like a whole grain roll would go nice, or some crackers with this dish. Okay. I'm just gonna serve some up here. And it's nice having fresh items from the garden. There's nothing better than, you know, picking a strawberry and eating it right away, as opposed to, you know, what we get in the store. You know, sometimes we do get local berries, which are really good, but that's only for a short period of time. More color there. All right. So really, you've got a full meal there, you know, if you add a roll to it. Certainly this is the typical size of what we think of for eating off of you know, our meal. Maybe a little bit bigger, but for something like this, where you're getting so much vegetables, certainly a larger plate would be great as well. Any comments, questions from anyone?
Are you saying you can eat that with whole wheat crackers?
That would fill out the requirements for a meal.
Or some beans or something?
Some beans.
It looks good as well as it should taste good too.
I think it will. I do. And again, lots of color. And when we eat, we do want things to be appealing for us because it makes eating more enjoyable. And I always say that food should bring you joy. Okay, it should bring you joy,
I
bring you
like my little salt and
happiness.
pepper with it too. Though.
Pardon me?
I like my little salt and pepper with it too.
Well,
The accent.
Olive oil.
Well, you have the oil in the salad dressing.
Okay.
And there are some seasonings in the salad dressing as well, but you might need to kind of balance for your preference. And it could be that the amount of dressing that I put on, you might need a little bit more.
My husband likes sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
orange, he likes to
Nuts,
sprinkle that.
Nuts,
I like
right,
chocolate.
nuts,
A
seeds.
walnut.
Now you talking.
Again, good protein.
Sunflower seed.
Some good,
By the time some
Good
people
oils.
finish putting all that stuff on their salad, mine doesn't look as healthy. Because I put raisins, I want, you know, I put so much stuff on it, I'm like, I changed the dynamic of the salad.
so as long as
you
it's
have to
all
be
healthy
careful.
items.
Yeah, some of it.
Raisins
not.
should be healthy.
Pineapple, you know, by the time I finish.
Miss Barbara, do you have a question? We have a virtual question for you, Ellen.
I just wanted to add a comment. The
Mhm.
salad is beautiful. If I was at home, I would have a boiled egg on that.
A boiled
Oh.
egg. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Boiled egg, another good protein.
Yes, yes.
Delicious.
Very good.
That's a good one.
Mhm.
How about the protein bars? This,
Well, you have to look at the label on those. A lot of times, you know, they may not have as much protein as you're thinking you're getting. Like an ounce of chicken has like 7 grams of protein in it. And how much protein is in that protein bar? A lot of times it has additives, sugar. So it's my opinion, it's better to get your nutrition from actual food. But there are certain circumstances that maybe a protein bar, if you don't have the opportunity to eat a meal, that would be a good option or for a snack perhaps.
Ellen, we have another question virtually. Miss Gwen, what's your question?
Meat that she put in that salad? Because
She
I
did
didn't see
grilled chicken today.
grilled chicken. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Flax seeds, you put on there.
Definitely. Mhm, mhm. Seeds and nuts, again, they're gonna be adding protein and they're low in,
But you need to grind those from the digestible flaxseed.
well, there is a flaxseed powder.
I mean,
Yeah,
but-
you can get.
But it only, shelf life is not very long
No, that is true.
once you open the bag, unless maybe if you refrigerate it might be all
You
right.
could, or, I mean, you can freeze it.
Or freeze it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Awesome. Well, Ellen, when is your next Healthy Habits meeting?
Yes, it is the first Friday in August, which I'm not sure what that date is.
August 6th?
August 6th, okay, thank you. So we will be meeting then, and then the following Friday as well. That's at 10 a.m.
Awesome. So if anyone's interested in that, they can register online, right? And
Yes.
join us in person. That's only an in-person opportunity
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
Awesome. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody online have any questions or comments for Ellen?
You don't do this every week, do you?
No, once a month. The cooking is the third Thursday of the month.
So the next class is like she said, August the 6th,
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
at 10 still.
10 o'clock.
It's my birthday month.
Okay. Well, I thank you
Your birthday
for
month?
allowing me
I'll go on
to
26.
to meet with you this morning and have this impromptu cooking demonstration. It was kind of fun to ponder. I only had like 30 minutes to decide what I was going to do, so it was fun. It was, you know, it was fun for me to, you know, kind of think, what can I do?
To show you toes.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, very interesting.
I enjoyed this class though.
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Thank you, Ellen.
It's
Thank
something
you.
new. You got the house.
All right.
Now, what I can do is go get some plates if anyone wants to try the salad here. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us online. I appreciate your time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be sharing her quick salad recipe in case any of you want it. You can let me know in the chat box. I'll also post it on our Facebook page if you want to get that recipe so you can have it on hand next time somebody surprises you and stops by your house. I hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see you, Miss Barbara, Miss Gwen. I missed you guys last week. Hope you're doing all right. Miss Gwen, you're muted still.
Oh,
There you are.
I said I was at work. I'm at work today, but I'm at outside with the kids, so I decided to go ahead and get on while I was out here.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. It looks like you're having a lot of fun. That sky looks
Yes, because I miss it, Miss Rachel.
Oh, well, I missed you. I'm glad you're doing all right. Enjoy your day out there. Be safe. If you need anything, of course, always let us know. Miss Barbara, I hope
ma'am.
you're doing well too.
What, Katie?
All right. Well, I will give you back some time in your day. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next week.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rachel.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. I saw what you did in Haiti.